Fine.
Super weird. Okay. Inviting is the thing you don't want to do, but it's the thing you need to do. Like truth bomb, right? Can you all agree to that? Like that's literally the thing you're like, gosh, I don't know who to invite. I don't know what to do about this. And this is what's huge about making a dream team list. But also just not to overcomplicate it. Attraction marketing is amazing. What is attraction marketing is who's really good at attraction marketing? I would say Morgan Brill. A lot of Morgan's people just come to her simply because of her social media. So what that means is her attraction marketing is people see a post because it made them feel a certain way, and then they reach out to her and say, can you give me more information, right? Or maybe her call to actions are good, and it's like, hey, will you message me? I love seeing how many comments I can get because I know I'm making people feel a certain way. Like I really evaluate it like that. So this one, I made someone, this was attraction marketing. So maybe you're like, I don't have a transformation. We'll start using people that you know them. Maybe you don't know them, but you know them from the team. So then you can actually tag them. I think I used to use those Beachbody made ones, the ones where it's like you can see it was like made by Beachbody because it looks really professional. I used to use those, but I'm like, I have no idea who this person is. But I think what's cool is like use mine then, and then be like, my mentor and friend Julianne, and you tag me so people are like, oh, she knows it. Because I see people who are a part of these companies that are literally a part of these companies that do not help the health and wellness of humanity. Like it's just straight up for income, and it's straight up for it's I feel like for selfish gain. I really believe that these workouts are hard work, and it's going to change the inside of your body and the outside, but it's literally going to make your heart beat faster, right? Or faster. Your heart or your blood pressure is what I'm trying to say. It's going to help your brain function. It's going to help your energy, right? It's going to help you feel less stressed. Like literally, actually, naturally is going to do something for you in a healthy way. Shakeology, when you look at the ingredients in it, and you research it from real, like people will be like, this thing from Shakeology, like it says it's this and it's bad. Well, it's like, do you look at your resource? It's from an opinion of someone that wants to make money off of this. Like I would like to see the scientific research on what you just found, because you just found a resource that's just all opinion, right? But when you actually do the work yourself and research it, it's a real solution. So tag someone from the team page, message them, say, hey, someone messaged me today. Can I please use your transformation picture next week? Absolutely. Go ahead. Do a transformation Tuesday. Do one every single day. You could post on the team page as your little goal. Can I see your transformations? I want to use some transformations. And then you ask, and then that will help you build relationships with people when you message them and say, can you tell me a little bit about your transformation, right? Then maybe you do a flashback Friday. I don't care if you've been a coach for 2 weeks. How are you already different? What are you doing that's different that you didn't do 2 weeks ago? Why did you become a coach, right? So start doing those types of posts, but make sure your posts are not all crowded with things and all weird. I should go on this day and see it. So anyway, attraction marketing gets me to talk to a lot of people. So today I talked to people about coaching. Kayla is a challenger, and she's been working out every day, feeling amazing. And I said, hey, have you considered coaching? You'd be so good at this because you're experiencing so many wonderful things. You can spread this gift to other people. And she's like, oh, I don't know if I could do it. Like had a hesitation and objection, and I handled it. So that's someone I reached out to today. Another person that reached out to me from this post said, I want to join you, but not right now because of finances. And I said, well, have you ever considered doing what I do? You can get your Shakeology covered. If you help 3 people, you also get the 25% off. And honestly, if you're interested in income, this is something that could really help you. It's going to take time. I'm not promising you anything right now, but with consistency and you sharing your story, you can get this covered. So that was another objection I had today. 2 other people are people who have expressed interest in the past. So I followed up with them and said, hey girl, how's it going? I know that's not a direct invite, but I've already invited them before. Another person said, hey, I said to them, are you going to join our team already? Because she's been a part of so many sneak peeks, and I think she laughed about it. So those are mine, but don't overcomplicate it. If someone likes my posts Hey Liz, thanks so much for liking my transformation post. I can't help but think that this is something you would really love since you showed me love. Have you ever considered doing what I do? Bam, so easy, right? You say why I became a coach, people like your post. You go message them and say, hey, thanks for liking my Beachbody coach post or why I became a coach post. Have you ever considered doing what I do? People might say no, but then that's where I can come in and help you and say, this is what you say back, right? Or maybe they'll be like, yeah, can you tell me more about it? Then you go to the old sneak peek and say, let me tag you in some videos. But you have to start having conversations with people. So something that I add to this column of invites, if you look right here, I put a little line down the middle right here, and then I put connect and communicate, the words connect and communicate. So then what I do is I go like and comment on other people's posts, because if I want people to interact and build a relationship with me, why wouldn't I do that to them? Does that make sense? So I could do that simply from my post here. I could go to one of their pages and do that. Something that I do is I make Facebook groups. And so then what I could do here, I'll show you how I do that. Facebook list. I believe in your ability to figure this out. I always tell you guys this. If I go to January 2017, these were new friends I added. So what I'll do is I'll just like and comment on, I can even say this, I was just there. How did you like it? So that's what I'll do to build relationships and communicate with people. I want to build relationships. You guys, the invites and the conversations, I wish I could say 100% of the time that's the first thing that I do. It's not always the case. However, in the pit of my stomach, I know it's the thing I should do first. So my encouragement, so I literally have to have that gut check with myself of like, Julianne, just do your conversations. Start messaging people, start building that up. So that's what I try to do 95% of the time. I'm not 100% there yet. I just want you to know that. Slow and steady wins the race. Invite to the business. Julianne, I don't even know where to start. Just start. Make a list of everyone you know and just start messaging them saying, hey, how are you? Start working on your social media so it has good attraction. You're making people feel a certain way. They're clicking like, they're commenting, then message them. Does that make sense? But don't overcomplicate it. When you continue to just sit there and not do anything, nothing is going to happen, if that makes sense. And then mentor a PS or downline coach. Maybe you don't have a PS and maybe you don't have a downline coach. That is okay. I think that this is where the shout out would come in, where you shout out other coaches, challengers and things like that. You're mentoring a challenger. You're mentoring other people on fitness and nutrition. Today, I had a one-on-one with Kim Meyer. I am giving a shout out soon right after this. And then I have this Zoom, I feel like is a way to mentor as well. And I talked with Lauren today. I talked with Liz today. I talked with Liz yesterday. I'm talking with Erica tomorrow. Like I'm talking to Caitlin tomorrow. I'm having other conversations, if that makes sense. So that is what I do for this. And then for some of you, you don't have to worry about this back page, but what was your best practice today? What are you most proud about today, right? And then habits of leaders. This is something that I would start to get familiar with if you have not gotten posting on social media down or starting conversations, do not worry about anything else, please. Just start with the basics of your own journey. But if you're getting into it a little bit more, you'll want to see this. Check your sponsorship drill down. You may not understand what that means, but you'll learn. Trust me. Believe that the longer you get in this, the more you're going to figure things out. When I first started, I didn't know a freaking thing. Complete your team leader worksheet Wednesday. When you guys see those announcements every Wednesday, didn't do one last week. Sorry about you. But the volume and success club points, that's what that is. Check for rank advancements, success club points for your team. Listen to the national wake up call. It was so good. Get in the team page. You got to be there. Celebrate your team. Create eye-catching, heartfelt new coach welcomes. Promote rock the basics, all that kind of stuff. Some of the stuff is not going to apply to you. Run a team call, team Zoom. I even did a Zoom for my challenge group. I literally held a Zoom for my challenge group so then people could get on and we could talk about the containers, talk about meal prepping, all those types of things. It was really cool. Run a sneak peek. Guys, we do that for you every month. Use it. Utilize it. Tag people in it. Caitlin Green is like flipping fierce when it comes to that sneak peek. I see her tagging someone in there every single day. I feel like Erica Lutz, I think is her last name. I see her tagging people, and Ryan. Those coaches utilize the coach sneak peek because they're realizing the information's already there. I just need to tag people. Create a marketing calendar. I showed you guys that last week. Set goals and deadlines. If you are a coach, Emerald is your first goal. What does Emerald mean? Helping 2 coaches get started. And going Emerald ignites your team cycle bonuses, which creates residual income. My first team cycle, I was Emerald my 3rd month as a coach. You can do it sooner than I did. I didn't see my first team cycle bonus until 9 months into the business. I think it was legitimately $12, like that one cycle you can get 9 months in, you guys. But now my paycheck looks a lot different, but it starts with going Emerald. So you may not see an insane income right away, but I'm telling you, this residual income, who can give themselves a 300% raise every year? This business does. Do you believe that? Do you realize with the team cycle bonuses and all this kind of stuff in this business, you can start making $5,000 to $6,000 a week? And it even goes up to more, $12,000 a week. Does that seem like it's blowing your mind? That's not going to happen in a year necessarily. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. But I think long-term in this, in 8 years, I know I'm going to be making $10,000 at least a week in this business. I know it. I know it. The way I show up, my belief in this business, and I know what this creates. You guys, the vision is there. It's there. This is of helping people get healthy and happy, including yourself. This business requires you to become a better person, and then it requires you to help other people become the better versions of themselves with health and happiness. Health does not ever go out of style. Fitness and health is needed for life. Set goals with deadlines, so that's that. Get better at leadership, time management. You guys utilize the team resources page. I spent, I'm not sure how long on this, but I had it click in my brain of like, this would be pretty cool, because I always go to YouTube to teach myself, where I was like, I'll make a hub. I'll make a place where it's so easy, because a lot of people ask me a ton of questions all throughout the day, which is totally fine. I don't mind answering them. But when it's for like simple things like, how do I make Shakeology posts? Go here first, right? How, like, there's even PD in here, confidence, live chat, if I've lost rank, what do I do? What's active and active mean? How do I place a coach somewhere? Comparison trap, overwhelm, taxes, right? There are so many. How do I make a collage? What do I do with Snapchat? How do I duplicate success? How do I get unstuck? If you're in your first year of coaching, check this out. What's the freaking second CBC, right? The comp plan. All these things are so cool. And if you just click on what's these boosts I keep hearing about? The greens and the energy boosts. I was going to say energize. I'm going to go look at these videos in the comments section and teach myself. So my friends, that is the tracker. I hope that clarified things for you. So I start with invites. That's like my goal. I don't always do that, but that's my goal. So I go to invites, add to my network, social media, challenge group, post and team pages, probably last, or mentor coaches. You need to work your business first and then help others. Does that make sense? Yay! I'm so glad that this helped. Do you guys have any questions about anything? I follow this every day, even on the weekends. It may look a little bit not as filled up on the weekends, but I show up every day in my business. And I truly believe that's all it takes. It's so simple. Yes, it's so worth it. I am so proud of you guys for being on. I just remember the first time I started filling out a tracker, and it gave me confidence and direction of this business and what to do. Because even Eric, he's starting to run with his business more, and he's just like, it's a little overwhelming. And I was like, yeah, totally. But this business is so simple. And it's a good reminder to me, because I remember feeling that way too. But the crazy thing is I just took action. I didn't let the overwhelm, the unknowing, the frustrations of not hitting goals and all those things get in my way, even though I'd feel defeated sometimes. I missed goals a lot, you guys. But I just know I've just seen it through. I've seen it through the valley and the peaks. And it's like, what was consistent was my showing up in my business. Like that was the one thing that didn't change, even though it seems like all my circumstances around me were changing. You know, I remember 3 coaches quitting in one day. I remember 3 returns, right? That stuff sucks. A $4.99 paycheck for working probably 14 hours on my business that week, right? Like I remember those things, but what got me to here is that I just didn't quit and I showed up every day. This is so simple. Have the conversations. And that's the thing too, is like the inviting is the thing that's going to get you to whatever you want and desire to help more people. That's going to be the thing to help more people with, right? You having conversations. If your desire is to help 3 people a month, or maybe it's 100 people a year, or I just want to help one person transform their lives, that's what it's going to take. Maybe you want to pay off all your debt. In this business, no matter what, you're going to help people. I think that's what you have to realize, that it's not a selfish thing when your heart is in the right place, but like you got to have the conversations and you have to be willing to be a little bit bold. I know, it's so great. If you guys say no, get off this Zoom right now. I'm just kidding. Well, you all are amazing. Thanks for being on. I just appreciate it. And if you guys want more on something, I just think of these of like, oh shoot, I should probably like walk people through this or talk about this. Like I would really love ideas for a Zoom that you would want, that I just want to help you with. I don't have it all figured out. I don't know everything, but I'm trying. And I just want to find better ways of communicating and making this as simple as possible. So if you're overcomplicating it, just start sharing your journey. Make people feel good, right? Make people feel inspired. Attraction marketing is amazing. What are your pictures looking like, and what is your message saying? All right, you guys, have an amazing night. Thanks for being on. I appreciate you guys so much.